Good afternoon, Coach Jack Daniels of the Boxers Trainers Channel. And earlier I was on specifically with the same content, but I was on the wrong YouTube channel. Right? So I'm of the opinion that the message delivered didn't hit the fan base that I normally communicate with. And actually, it was a disaster. So I'm back at it. Right. First of all, let's give a shout out to the uh, former civil rights fighter, Jesse Jackson, right, was a prominent fighter for civil rights and the restoration of black principles in this country. He co sponsored his efforts with Martin Luther King. They were really close in their endeavors to fight for freedom for the African American, right? A lot of people don't like to use the term African American, but oh well. Um, and we want to give a shout out to him because Justin James um, has passed, right? And I think it is the apropos thing to do, and that is to salute Jesse James for all the contributions he made to humanity, society, and especially to the black community. Shout out to Ship Will Sail in the house. What's on? What's going on, brother? Long time no see. Now we supposed to hook up, brother, and so you can get on the podcast and do your thing, right? It's a long time since you've been on the show. In fact, why don't you um, text me your phone number? Can you do that? Yes, sir. Salute to you. Can you do that? Text me because you have my number, right? Text me your um, okay, good. Your phone number. Yeah. So, and another thing, I wanted to give a shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. Here's the deal. Torrance Crawford has obviously had his full with the fan base, social media, new and old media, right? Everybody that has been criticizing him about this retirement and especially about his accomplishments, right? Now, I didn't get a chance to review the tape, but the way that Blue Blood Sports TV explained it, right? The man is in outrage behind the way he's been treated. Excuse me. Here it is. Torrance Bud Crawford did. I mean, I don't want to phrase this, but he did an horrific thing with his career, right? He is 3 times undisputed. He was undisputed in 3 different divisions, right? No one has ever did that, especially in the four belt era, right? He has 5 times. He has 5 different world champions in 5 different divisions. No one has ever done that as a male. Excuse me. Yes, as a male, right? I think Christian Shield has some um, comparable admirations in regards to her successes, right? But as far as a male is concerned, nobody has did more in boxing, in my opinion, than Torrance Bud Crawford. So for him to be outraged at the treatment that is being thrusted upon him, I mean, I get it, right? And Blue Blood, right, was very crucial um, against Torrance Bud Crawford back in the days, right? Before he um, became 3 times undisputed, right? This is just put it right there to make it soft, right? We don't want to, you know what I'm saying, make it look like it's something it's not. But and today, Blue Blood Sports TV, like a man, stepped up to the plate and apologized to Torrance Bud Crawford about being involved in trying to criticize and downplay his career, right? All the accomplishments that Torrance Bud Crawford created for himself, right? I don't think anybody has a right to downsize or downplay anything when it comes to Torrance Bud Crawford and his boxing uh, accomplishments. So let's give a shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV for stepping up to the plate and being a man, right? And I will say this, in all fairness to men, right? I think that there should be more of that type of behavior coming from the so-called African American um, community, especially for men, right? Because we have been trained to be to wear macho this macho attitude, mentality, right? We bad, we tough, right? And at the end of the day, the only person that's affected by that type of attitude, that type of disposition, is the black community, right? All the drama and all the killings and shootings and the drugs, the infestation of drugs in the community are predicated on the shoulders of the black man. You know, no, we don't have access to it, but we damn sure make ourselves available to bring it into the community, right? So we are just as irresponsible as those that have those ships, airplanes, and whatever means they use to bring the drugs into the community. The black man is just as responsible as that sucker is for participating in his garbage, in his madness that continues to roll away at the black community. You know what I'm saying? I mean, facts. Let's talk facts. You know what I mean? As is the case with boxing, right? You got to talk some facts. Or people are not want to gonna, are not want to gonna hear what you're talking about, and I get it, right? Now look, like I said, I was on earlier, right? I mean, I didn't get one entry as far as my past council, so didn't nobody find interest in me having a conversation about the 154-pound unified world champion Xander Zayas, right? Now, I said some pretty horrific things about the um, uh, team Zayas and also the Puerto Rican community because I know that the Puerto Rican community are backing Xander Zayas 100%. And I get it. That's a wonderful thing. That's a beautiful thing, right? But here's the deal. All I want to see is enough attention made to the people in charge, right, to get that fact made. I want to see Devin the Dream Haney become great. And unfortunate for Xander Zayas, he happens to be in the way, right? That is the primary reason for why the Haneys say, and I have to agree that Xander Zayas is food. You know what I mean? You know the concept behind a boxer is food means, right? It means for those who don't know what his food means, it means he's beatable. I can beat him. You know what I mean? And we all know this common public knowledge, right? That Devin the Dream Haney, right, has made it perfectly clear to the world. So this shouldn't be strange to the ears, right? You know what I'm saying? This shouldn't be displeasurable to the ears when you hear Devin Haney say, "Man, I'll fight anybody." You know what I mean? As long as it makes sense, quote unquote, I'll fight anybody. You know what I mean? As long as my dad say it makes sense, I'll fight him, quote unquote. Right? So here's the deal. Don't be outraged when Devin Haney says something like, that Bill has two belts. You know what I mean? Because that's what Devin Green Haney said, and I don't know why, but Team Zales and none of Zales got mad and started talking to man. He's a crybaby. He can't box. Wait a minute. How did this get into it? He sues people. He just the normal Van Zales is a mild mannered gentleman. I've never seen this out of Van Zales. So honestly, Team Haney got up on Van Zales' skin, right? And let me say this: that's what boxing is all about, man. Right? It's about getting up under your opponent's skin, right? and make it perfectly clear that's exactly what I want you to do when you get in that ring the day we have this event put before the world. Right? I want to be under your skin. Man, that's tact. You know what I mean? That's tact. A lot of people they say, "Oh man, why would you?" That's tact, man. That's the part of the psychology associated with boxing. And but man, I actually get it. A lot of you cats don't know nothing about that. Uh, which one of those Mayweathers? Not Floyd Senior, his brother. Oh my God, how could I? No, not Jeff. Roger. Roger was the man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Floyd Mayweather Senior played a significant role in the maintenance Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s career, right? But I kind of think I'm leaning towards that Roger Mayweather was the tacticianist that got his hands on Floyd Mayweather Jr. and made him great. His dad had a lot to do with that, but in my opinion, I believe his uncle had more influence on him in the scientific scheme of things than his dad did. Dad was an excellent boxer, but Roger was the great one, in my opinion. Right? What y'all think about that? Any truth to that? Anybody in the chat you know what I'm saying? Want to speak on that? Anybody want to call in and debate me about what I said about either one? Pick or choose Xander Zayas or um, Roger Mayweather. Right? Roger Mayweather said, and this is why I have to kind of like break certain things down. He said that most people don't know SHIT about boxing. I'm assuming he's talking about the casuals, right? You know what I mean? But and that's true. I mean, before I move on, that is true. That is true. You know what I mean? But if you don't like, I mean, if you don't know, this is where I am. If I don't know about something, I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna find a way to figure out the solution to whatever it is that I don't know. You know, that's what men do. You know what I mean? That's what men do, right? So the things you don't know about boxing, you need to find the necessary information and learn it. This is a man, this is a wonderful sport. Boxing is a damn wonderful sport. You know what I'm saying? It's for me. Excuse me. For me, it's the science of boxing, right? The sweet science of boxing. See, a lot of people say, "Oh, the sweet science of boxing." Man, a lot of people that are even in boxing don't know a damn thing about the dimensions, the numbers associated with the sweet science of boxing, right? Because it's an array of different things that you got to soak up. You know what I'm saying? You have to repetitively soak these things into your uh, training regimen, right? In order to get to the point where you understand what it means to be personally attached to the sweet science of boxing. You see that? I mean, you get it? What I'm saying? It ain't just throwing your hands, right? It ain't just looking cute in the ring, right? It's about actually brilliancy. You know what I'm saying? These cats are elitists, right? It's another, it's another entity in there, right? Brilliancy is great, but when you get up here with, I'm gonna say it, when you get up here with Devin Haney, right, you become an elitist, right? On the counter on the counter of special. Man, a cat is special, man. I mean, look here. Yesterday, I got a tape from Bill from uh, Sean Haney, right? Sean Haney's about 16 years of age, right? And he wants to follow in the footstep of his big brother, right? And man, I get it. You know what I mean? If that's what your intentions are, right? And you compassionate about wanting to spend your life trying to be great at 16, man. Woo! Sometimes you know what I'm saying. I just like, damn, what is that? I got a call, but I don't know. It didn't come up on the phone. Anyway, I'm back to Sean, right? I got a tape. Matter of, I don't know if I should do this. I want to share it, but okay. All right, I got it. Shit, what's the get you, brother? I want to share this tape, but I don't know if you know what I'm saying. That Bill's ready to expose his son to the media in that sense, right? But because the kid looked, he's been doing this, I think, for like maybe a year, if that, right? But for to go and I was studying Sean when he was in the tennis. I don't know why he left tennis, right? For me, as I played tennis as well, right? For me, tennis was the upper class sport, right? It wasn't this barbarian type of sports. It was the upper class um, sports society. You know what I'm saying? You rub shoulders with the upper end of society. You know, society so-called best, right? Tennis. You know what I'm saying? And I will say, Sean was. I told Bill that I think that the Haney's got them genes. You know what I mean? The sportsman's genes. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, it's one thing to see Devin, right? Boxing what since he was what 7, 4, 7. I'm gonna say 7, right? And to be gratifyingly successful at the age of 27, he was the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, first of the full belt era when he was 23. Come on, man. You just don't get in the gym and acquire that type of uh, greatness. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have this special gift, right? This God given gift to be able to go in the ring and figure out a way to win. You know what I mean? And a lot of that, shout out to Bill, has something to do with his world class dad. His dad, I mean, I'm gonna be realistic with you. I really kind of like looked over that, right? That actually Bill Haney is a world class trainer, boxing trainer, right? And if I had anything to do about it, we would be world class promoters. You heard me? You know, man, I've questioned Bill about that, right? And I mean, the answer that I got, I ain't going off into that, right? But we can do it. I mean, see, with me, this is where I am. I'm gonna find. I just told you that I'm going to find a solution to the problem, right? I am going to find a solution to the problem, and the only way that you find a solution to whatever it is that you have problems with, right? You dig into you dig into the situation until you find what you need. It ain't. I mean, it's like if man, I'm like this. If he did it, I can do it. Well, he has. I don't give a damn about whether he has an education or not. Right? I didn't have one either. Right? Until I created one. Right? Because that was one of the gatekeepers of why people say that they can't where they going where they don't have education. That's the first thing. The sheep people in society say, "Oh, he doesn't have the qualifications to be successful at this or that." You know what I'm saying? That's the way they want you to think. And if you're thinking like that, how the hell can you get past that? Because I mean, most people that think like that and they accept the notion that you don't have the education necessary to do what you want to do, right? They stop. Hmm. I'm still looking, man. I'm still looking. There's no such thing as um you can't get that done. You know what I mean? I mean, that's not the way that things work with real men, real people. Women too. Women too. I mean, the same um, thing applies to women, right? You have to have a desire to do something and then do it. Simple. Simple mathematics, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all, I just actually snuck back in here, right? To see if my theory was correct. I was on the wrong channel for 2 days, and my numbers was disastrous. And I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that because I got friends. You know what I mean? I got good friends. You know what I mean? That love humanity like I love humanity. You know, sometimes you have to go through some changes. I'm speaking to me. You have to go through changes, right, to get to where you're going. But I believe in me, and I believe in the selective few that I consider as my friends, partners. You know what I mean? Friendship. It's a wonderful thing. That being said, look, man, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section, and let me know what y'all think about Xander Zayas. Is Xander Zayas actually a good boxer or what? That being said, I'm going, y'all, again.